A very warm welcome back to the Chang International Circuit, where the grid girls are out displaying their fine masks as we get ready for the final race of this really excellent weekend of racing as we welcome back the Asian Road Racing Championships. Barry Russell alongside me, Des Corkill in the commentary box. Barry doubling up also as the interviewer, and he is going to be heading up onto the grid as we come into the 1000cc, the last race of this weekend. And to get us into the mood, let's have a look at the best of the highlights from yesterday's race. Highlights from the 1000cc race yesterday. The Superbikes, Zach Wanzadi for the Honda Asia Dream Racing with Showa team, getting off to a rock-solid start. He was fastest in qualification, but he wouldn't find things his own way. TJ Alberto crashing out, breaking a collarbone, will miss race 2 today. It'll take a couple of months for him to get fit and ready. We hope he's back ready for Sepang. In the race itself, though, a debutant, Haruki Noguchi. He was the man who made all of the running. The bike number 73 really took it to the more experienced Apiwat and the more experienced Anupab and Zach Wanzadi. In the last couple of laps, though, Zach Wanzadi, he decided he wanted to have a little pop at the young Japanese, just to make sure that the Japanese knew that Zakwan is a former champion and Noguchi was not going to have things all his own way. In fact, over the last 5 laps, these two switched the lead 5 separate occasions. Zakwan here taking the underside and just blocking off the move from Noguchi. This is with 3 laps to go. The following lap, Noguchi, he decides he wants to have a little look on the inside, but once again, Zakwan decides, I just want to close you off. But Noguchi did succeed in going through to P2 on corner number 6 and 7. And then Zakwan going into the final lap, he decides that he wants to have another go, takes him on the long straight. Noguchi battles back. It was a battle royale, but in the end, Zakwan's got that extra bit of experience. Noguchi is 21 years of age, came to the final corner. Zakwan takes the inside line, blocks Noguchi off. Noguchi, in the end, makes a mistake. Anupab Sarmoon comes through and takes P2. Zakwan takes the win from Anupab and from Noguchi. What a fabulous way it is to start the season. Zach Wanzadi taking the maximum 25 points. That was yesterday, and this is live pictures today. It's a little bit more serene, but the action will be as high octane. I can tell you that TJ Alberto will not be racing today. That crash very, very early on the Ducati meant that, or means that he, well, went to hospital and he broke a collarbone. That's the end result of that. So we hope TJ recovers very well. There's the Buriram circuit. We are in the east of Thailand. Clockwise circuit, 12 turns, 5 left turns, 7 right turns, including the notorious corner 12. And that is the scene. The drone shot of the main stand. There's a good attendance on the right-hand side under the cover. A lot of bikes in the car park just behind that main stand as well. It really is a beautifully appointed and created track. And that corner number 12, it brings you excitement just about every time that you can. Riders just making their way onto the grid. It's warm. It's got a little bit cooler. It was 37 earlier on, but there's very, very little wind. Humidity 43%. And as the riders on the track, it'll be 11 starters. Now, we only had 9 actually starting from the grid yesterday, so it's 11 starters today. TJ Alberto is an injured absentee, but let's see who Barry Russell can find to talk to amongst those 11 who are starting.
So we're down here on the grid with Titipong Warakorn, who had a disappointing race yesterday. Hard luck, Titipong, for what happened yesterday. What is your plan for today?
Today we need to get the podium and the champion. Only champion from the Thailand. So I need to show the Thai flag.
So that means you're going for the win.
Yes, I need to win.
I know you're always going for the win. Good luck, Titibong. Okay. And there you heard it. He is not only taking on the mantle of Ducati, but the mantle for Thailand in this blue ribbon class of the Asia Road Racing Championship. Now we're going to go down and talk to Anupab Sarmoon, who had another good race yesterday. So Anupab looking. Anupab, you had a good race yesterday. You put yourself in a good position to take advantage of what was happening in front of you. Is that the same strategy for today?
Okay. Then yesterday, I think buy more better because I try in the warm up today. But it's better than yesterday, sure. But I think today low temperature from yesterday. I think we can keep the tire, go to the last lap for the put swing more for the open gas.
Okay, we know you can do it. Anupab, good luck. Have a good race today. And there you heard it from the fighter himself, Anupab Sarmoon. Now we're going to move down and talk to Adam Noradin. We just saw his brother in magnificent form in Supersport 600s. Now we're going to talk to Adam. Adam, it's good to see you on this beautiful 1XOX BMW. How is the new team and what's your target for 2022?
Of course, really grateful to come back on racing. It's my first time here in this team SOX TKKR and also in 1000cc. Really great, and I think the team working really hard this weekend. Even though we are still not there, but I think we will come some days to fight for the title.
So later in the season, you're going to get stronger and stronger.
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Adam, have a great race today. Okay, so there we are. We have spoken to Adam Noradin. And that's it from down here on the grid. As we just look at Yuki Ito, it's good to see him back on the grid. Yuki's been a little out of sorts this weekend, but having a look at him. So now we're going to go back to Des in the studio. Yeah, okay, we want to talk to Yuki. Okay. Yuki, it's good to see you on the grid. What's your plan for this race?
Yes, yeah. This weekend I unlucky until the warm up because the engine problem and the something. But finally, I want to get to the good feeling for next round. So I try to do my best this race.
Good luck, Yuki. Let's see the best of Yuki Ito today.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, guys. So let's go back to Des in the studio.
Thanks very much, Barry Russell, working hard down on the grid. Okay, thanks, Barry Russell, working very hard down on the grid. Doing a fine job. Interesting that Yuki Ito is just looking to salvage something from this weekend. He picked up 5 points yesterday for a P11 finish. And so if you can just accumulate points, it's so important to have points there. Aslan Shah Kamruzaman did not finish yesterday. TJ Alberto, a DNF and an injured absentee today. The good news for the Ducati team, though, is that at least this time the Access Plus Racing team are actually on the grid. There was a fascinating reason as to why they avoided being on the grid yesterday. As we look at Jerry Salim for the Honda Asia Dream with Showa team, he's the teammate of Zakwan Zaidi and did a really important job in helping Zakwan to the victory yesterday. Tyre selection for the riders is an interesting one. They do have the options of hard, soft and medium. Zakwan's gone medium, medium. Titapong's gone medium, medium, as has Haruki Noguchi, as has Jerry Salim, as has Anupab Sarmoon. The only variety, really, is that Apiwat has gone for soft back tyres. Kazma Daniel has gone for hard front tyres, as has Adam Noradin. Here is Apiwat Wangtanom. Got himself P4 yesterday. Starting in P4 on the grid. No, he's not. He's starting P6 on the grid, isn't he? My apologies. Jerry Salem in P4, Anupab in P5, Apiwat in P6. Lap average 136.053. Maximum speed, he was getting up to 292 kilometers per hour. Do look out for Apiwati and Anupab are a really, really strong team. And this is Pasawit. Qualified in P8. Got himself a nice 11 points for P5. He did well in the Super Sports Championship, in the Brick Championships last season. Aslan Shah Kamruzaman on the BMW was frustrated that he had a bike problem yesterday. That meant he didn't have a finish. He qualified 10th fastest. But they're all pretty quick. They're all within a second of each other. And next to Aslan Shah, there is no TJ Alberto. He's an injured absentee. But Yuki Ito will be in P12 on the Yamaha YZF. Lap speed of 137.3, so a long, long way off the pace for Yamaha Racing ASIAM. But as he said in the interview with Barry Russell, who is back with me, he's just really looking, Barry, to try to salvage something from this weekend, as Stefan Carapier enjoys a little fist bump, which is the way to celebrate with people these days. Good support from FIM. But Yuki Ito was an interesting one. He missed this morning's practice. He missed this morning's work and is at the back of the grid. Get anything he possibly can from this race.
Yeah, he's got nothing to lose in this race. He can come through and get back to what he does best, which is racing and fighting. We know how combative he can be in a race. We haven't seen that yet this season, but I hope we do. As we just look there in the background, you can see Titipong keeping cool.
Is it that hot up there? You've just been on the grid.
It's hot. It's not blisteringly hot like it was yesterday. It's just one mark on the blistering scale. But it is cooler. There's more cloud cover, so the track temperature won't be quite so hot.
But everybody just taking the opportunity to take what little shade that they can. There is Titipong. He was very bullish, wasn't he? I'm going for the win, he says.
Yeah, he will do. He will do. He feels that he needs to do it for Thailand. That's a real thing with him. He knows he's got the flag on his shoulders. He knows there hasn't been a win for Thailand today, so that's his objective. There's a nice shot of the crowd there.
It is a healthy old crowd, and we are on board with Zakwan Zaidi. That is the onboard camera for him. Maybe with Zakwan, we ought to have one pointing backwards, because all we're going to see is a little bit of tarmac, I think, with Zakwan. If yesterday is anything to go... Actually, no, that's not quite right, is it? Because Haruki Noguchi was the man who went out and really took it to Zakwan. Zakwan finished in front, but not after he had to work really hard to get past Noguchi.
Yeah, Zakwan showed not only is he quick, but he's clever yesterday. The timing was beautiful. The tyres were going off. He was behind a novice in this class, Haruki Noguchi. And he knew he just probably managed his tyres a little bit better and got the better line coming into that turn. Yeah, as we were saying yesterday, that was an incredible result. First time out for the Japanese rookie.
Only P3, though, because he had that wobble on corner number 12. I would have loved to have found out what his thoughts were on that, whether he was pushing too much or whether he was just outfoxed by Zakwan going into turn 12.
Yeah, just maybe a little touch of red mist. But what interested me in the post-race interview was that he was disappointed. All right, he's a rookie coming in,
Never ridden superbikes competitively before, and he was disappointed with P3. So watch that space.
They are the facilities. There's the go-kart track. There's the football stadium. There's the practice stadium where the national team often come to play. We've got this circuit here. There's a drag racing circuit. There's a little bit of everything for the motorsport enthusiasts. They call it the destination of speed. As a football venue, it's hosted international games. Champions-elect Buriram United play out of there. AFC Champions League games are played in Buriram. And we are in a part of Thailand that I didn't know about at all before I came up to this part of the world, and it's only the sport that's really developed it.
It is.
And the knowledge here.
It is, and I think it's a really good case study in what, if you get it right, if you put good sports facilities, international class sports facilities like we have here, in an unknown place, in the middle of nowhere. I can remember in 2014 the critics saying, oh, it's 400 kilometres from Buriram and nobody's going to go there, it's too expensive for the teams to go from the port and all the rest of it. And a lot of that was you know, just
Bangkok jealousy.
Bangkok jealousy, yeah. But they showed it, and as I pointed out long ago at the time, people cover thousands of kilometres all over Europe every season. So what's the big deal? And the big deal is that we now, less than 8 years after this circuit was opened, have a fantastic facility and a vibrant economy.
And we are getting ready for the 11 competitors in the Superbikes 1000cc. The 1 minute board comes on yesterday. Victory for Zakwan over Anupab over Haruki Noguchi. And they are 1, 3 and 5 on the starting grid. The real one is Titipong Warakorn, because there was such a mess made of the warm-up lap yesterday by the team that this time the good news is Titipong is actually on the starting line.
Yeah, several conflicting stories, rumours that we heard in the paddock. The main one was that they had problems with lack of fuel. There may be something to that, but when I spoke to Titipong, who I know very well, earlier, he said on, I think it was lap 7 or 8, he broke his steering damper, and that was what slowed him down, because he was getting the head shake from that Ducati. So let's see what happens today.
Of course, when he actually rode, he'd actually made a lot of progress and was challenging top 4. So here are the 11 starters. You've got Zakwan Zadi looking for a win double. You've got Titipong Warakorn alongside him. Ting Note, they call him, on the Ducati. Haruki Noguchi, the rookie for SDG Motorsports Hark Pro. Then on the second row, Jerry Salim, a former ARRC champion at AP250. Anupab Sarmun and Abiwat Wangtanan, Yamaha Thailand Racing Team. You cannot split those two up.
Yeah, and looking at the next row, we've got Kazma Daniel, Kasmayuden for Yamaha Racing ASEAN, Yuki Ito's teammate, Pasawit Tidiwararak, another of those Thai riders. And then we've got Adam Noradin, Aslan Shah Kamaruzaman, and Yuki Ito rounding off the grid.
Yeah, TJ Alberto, his graphic was up there, but wisely, I heard he was wanting to race, but wisely, broken collarbone, guys. Not a good idea to race with a broken collarbone.
He was pretty chipper on the grid. I had a brief chat with him on the grid, and he went to support his teammate, as you'd expect. So he'll be back pretty soon. Collarbones don't take too long to heal. Not for motorcycle racers. I talked to years ago in British Superbike, there was a racer who broke his collarbone, and I spoke to his manager, and he said, no, he'll be back next weekend. This isn't bleep bleep football, mate. And so, so yeah, these are made of tough stuff.
So the onboard camera is with Zakwan Zaidi. That's bike number 21. Alongside him, bike number 123. There is Pasawit Titivarak, who's for the Astemo SI Racing with Thai Honda team.
I was impressed with him too yesterday. He said he was going for top 5. He delivered top 5.
And there is Noguchi.
He's looking pumped, isn't he?
He is looking pumped, isn't he? Well, he led for so long. It was a great duel. I was looking back at the highlights again yesterday. Fabulous duel between them. They alternated the lead 5 separate times in the last 3 laps.
Yeah, the rookie versus the experienced man. Zakwan, of course, is not very old.
No, he's still only 26. He's still got years of racing left with him.
But they start them young in Malaysia, so he is really experienced.
Right, we are all just about set. Red lights are on. We are underway. Zakwan Zaidi off to a flying start, and Ting Note is left a little bit behind by number 73, Haruki Noguchi. But this time Zakwan takes the lead. Noguchi goes with him. And Ting Note, I've seen him have slovenly starts in the past. This is a big bike, the Ducati. It's a heavy old machine, and he's actually lost P3 as well, has Ting Note.
Yeah, and he's used to the inline four-cylinder machines. The Ducati's very different in its power characteristics, so he hasn't had that many practice starts because he's only been, in fact, it's less than a week since he even signed the contract with Access Plus Ducati. So maybe not so surprising, but let's see what he'll do from this position, which is about P5 at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, Noguchi, he's actually been overtaken by both Yamahas of Apiwat and Anupab. Jerry Salem is trying to make a move on him, but it's Noguchi who leads. We're on board here with Zakwan Zaidi. Noguchi did make a break for it. Zakwan Zaidi is the man we're on board with. Noguchi in front of him. There is Zakwan looking for the double race win. And these two are already pulling a little bit of a gap ahead of the Yamahas of Anupab Samun and Apiwat Wangtanam.
Yeah, and we saw this yesterday with Zakwan as well. He started, perfect start, and then just dropped back a little bit. I think he dropped back to P4 actually before he caught up again. This time he looks a little bit more sprightly in the early stages.
It's Apiwat who's the leading of the Yamahas. He's in P3, but Noguchi leads through lap 1 of 13 from Zakwan, and Anupab in P3.
Yeah, and
Jerry Salem has got himself into P4.
Excellent. Gary Salem working his way into this superbike class very well, very progressively. That's his style. He's not an overnight success. It doesn't appear to be an overnight success, but he works his way in, and you can see him improving every time out on the Astra Honda.
Zakwan just takes care of his tyres there. He doesn't mind losing a place this early on in the race, but you don't want to let Haruki Noguchi get too far away. Rather bizarrely, in the 3 preceding races today, we've had runaway victories in the Underbone 150 and in the Supersport 600, and that is really, really rare.
Very rare indeed. And yesterday the Yamahas of Anupab and Apiwat, they looked like they were lacking a bit of power. I spoke to the team, and they said they had overheating problems. Today, that shouldn't be so much of an issue. And Anupab sounded confident about the state of the bike on the start line, and it's looking pretty good there on the tail of Zakwan. So Haruki just edges out a little bit at the front.
Haruki a 138.2 on the out lap, so this is their first flying lap. And it'll be Apiwat going on the inside of Zakwan Zaidi once again, but it'll be Haruki Noguchi, who I think has been leading for out of this weekend. There have been 13, 14, 15 laps completed. Noguchi's been leading for 10 of them.
Yes, he has. Yeah, nobody's told him it's difficult to race at this level with this quality of competition, and there he is, almost 0.4 ahead of Apiwat.
A 136.8 for him there. Apiwat a 136.7. Zakwan and Jerry Salem, so the second of the Yamahas, Anupab Samun, has come through. He's just done a 137.0, so it's building up. Aslan Shah Kamrazaman, good to see Aslan back in.
Yeah, he's got the fastest lap so far, so that's good, very good, as you say, Des, to see him coming back up. He's been pretty anonymous so far this weekend, and indeed didn't see too much of him in the pre-season test either.
There is Aslan. One XOX TKR racing team. The all-green livery. Former champion. Terrific character. Defending champion, of course.
Yeah, he's been defending it for a couple of years.
3-time defending champion. Not quite. But let's see if he can actually make any headway on the BMW at the moment. Haruki Noguchi is the man who's leading the way. Apiwat in P2, Zakwan Zaidi in P3. That's
Haruki
good
again.
work from Anupab to get up into P4 as Aslan makes a move into P5.
Yeah, and Haruki looking confident under braking, and his line through turn 12 is good. Apiwat wants a piece of it though, doesn't he?
Those front four slightly clear of the rest. It's a second difference. A second on these motorbikes, on these powerful superbikes, is a long, long distance.
Yeah, and Gary Salim behind those, doing well in P6.
Titipong off the pace though.
Yeah.
136.5 actually, so he's not. He may not be in the lead, but his pace is pretty good. Anupab 136.0, fastest lap so far.
Yeah, Titipong won't be happy with this start. Let's see what he can do. There's plenty of time to go. And riders of his experience and caliber know they don't have to rush into the early stages, get into the lead. So let's just see what happens when we get to the halfway stage and the tyres start to deteriorate.
Apiwat, you just mentioned tyres. Apiwat bike number 24. He's the only one who's taken a soft compound on his back tyre. Everybody else has gone medium, 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 medium. Apiwat taking a soft compound on his back. Titipong, after his poor start, dropped down to P7. He needs to put in some decent lap times. Titipong's last lap, 136.5.
Yeah, all won't be well on that Ducati. It won't be perfect, otherwise we'd have seen a little bit more from him. And he's getting tied up with defending champion Aslan Shah.
Apiwat takes the lead as we come in with 9 laps to go, 4 laps completed.
Yeah, Apiwat had to play second fiddle to his teammate Anupab yesterday, taking P4, which would have been well below Apiwat's expectations.
Look at the difference though, it's 1.4 seconds between the P4 of Anupab Sarmoon on the last of that group of 4 on the Yamaha, and the first of the next group, which is Aslan Shah Kamrazarman on the BMW, as Titipong tries to get around Jerry Salim. So this is the second group.
Yeah, seeing that, you'd expect to see that Ducati out-drag down there, down that long straight.
Only Yuki Ito is really struggling. Yuki Ito is a long way down. He's out of the wreck and he's just had a 139, so he's just looking to pick up points to make sure that this weekend isn't completely redundant.
Yeah, he did look out of sorts by his standards on the grid, but yeah, he just needs to enjoy the race, really. That should, if I was the team manager, that would be my advice to him. You're starting at the back, enjoy yourself, and you never know what might happen.
Enjoying the race at the front is Apiwat Wangtanon on the Yamaha. Haruki Noguchi for SDG Motorsports Hark Pro in P2, the Japanese debutant. He's got Zach Wanzadi right on his shoulder. So it's a Yamaha sandwich with 2 Hondas as a rather neat filling. Behind them, Aslan Shah Kamrazarman. What's the deficit? Oh, Aslan Shah's brought it down to just a second.
Yeah, we could just see him coming in the distance there. Let's see what he can do, because when we see Aslan on form, it's always great to watch.
Yeah, he's very flamboyant, isn't he?
Indeed he is.
And although he's older, I promise you, he's not aged.
Did he tell you that?
I've seen his behaviour. And I've also seen him on a bike, and he loves the challenge. There he is, hunkering down, knee close to the ground. The gap is just over a second. It's a big, powerful beast, the BMW. If they get the setup right, though, this should be, with a long straight, a very suitable circuit for it.
Yeah, I'm also interested in the extent to which Gary Salim's able to keep on his tail. In fact, so let's just see as we focus in on Aslan Shah Kamrazarman, the defending champion. We haven't seen him do anything like what we know he's capable of. Now he's stalking the front 4. Let's see if he can put himself in a podium position. Plenty of time, we're at half distance in the race, 8 laps to go.
He's posted the fastest lap, 136.5.
Yeah, this could be good as he. See, I think he was just coming up behind Gary Salim as we look at the front 4 going through turn 12 now.
Now, noticeably, Noguchi has been dropped a little bit. He went from 1 to 3. We know he likes to lead. As we look at the next group behind Aslan Shah, you've got 5 very, very capable racers from the back. Kazma Daniel, Titipong P9 though. Something's going wrong as we look at the front 4 once again. Noguchi in P3. Zakwan has a look on the inside and decides, yep, I'll take a little bit of the lead. Then the switchback, I think, caught Zakwan a bit by surprise.
Yeah, and some good rookie performances just looking back there, as well as Gary Salim chasing after Aslan Shah. Adam Norodin's got in there, and Pasowitz moving up too, the Thai rider.
I'm always interested to see the likes of Kazma Daniel, who's number 27. He's P10 at the moment, but I see him still racing underbone, and then the difference dealing with an underbone in Cup Prix 3 weeks ago and coming onto the big superbikes here. You've got to be experienced, or it's a great experience to cope with it. As Noguchi goes through into P2, Zakwan has suddenly made a move here. Barry Russell.
Yeah, as we get into half distance, yep, he's making a move. He knows how this Honda works on wearing Dunlops.
Okay, I understand that he's making such a move that he's actually just done 300 clicks per hour. Oh, oh, right. Is it just a mistake? So long as it's not an engine failure. It was just a mistake for Apiwat Wongtanon. He just got the braking all wrong.
Yeah, he got all out of shape there. He shouldn't have made that mistake, to be honest, and he would tell you that himself. That's a bad mistake that's taken him out of contention, at least for the time being, and put him behind Aslan Shah Kamaruzaman, who's getting his act in order. That leaves Anupam Sarmoon chasing the front 2, as we saw yesterday, and it's the same front 2.
As we saw exactly yesterday. The slight difference, though, is that Noguchi was the man who was leading, and nobody hit 300 kilometers an hour. That is quick. That is quick that Zakwan is putting this lap together. His last lap was a 1:36.8. As Aslan Shah has just lost the opportunity. This is the battle for P4, isn't it? Apiwat ahead of Aslan Shah. Apiwat wants to get back into the front 3.
Yeah, he's really determined, isn't he? He's a really aggressive rider. Apiwat, we know Aslan is as well, but yeah, Apiwat.
Oh, somebody's off.
Is that Yuki
Kazma Daniel. Kazma Daniel is off. So the Yamaha racing team, ASEAN, not a great day for them. Kazma and Yuki Ito, both having a tough old time with it in Bororam.
Yeah, very disappointing. Boom. Look at that.
Thankfully, not onto the track.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And here they go around again.
5 laps to go when they cross the start-finish line. So we are well beyond halfway. A 1:36.6, a 1:36.4 for Haruki Noguchi. He's responded to Zakwan Zaidi trying to break away by himself, putting in a really, really fast lap, and he's dragged Anupam Sarmoon along with him.
That Honda's quick, isn't it? Honda Dream Racing, they've got good support. It's a fantastic team, as we know, and now there's a bit of stalking going on by Stalker Supreme, Anupam Sarmoon, who did such a good job with that particular skill yesterday. And Apiwat is still well adrift of these 3.
What was the difference? I didn't see. Well, there he is, Apiwat trying to pull back. He's got Aslan Shah, and Adam Norodin is in that group as well.
Yeah, he's pulling his rookie teammate along with him. And
Titipong's rejoined that group before.
Yeah.
Titipong's looking to try to get into the top 5.
Titipong will never give up, but you can see that he's not. That Ducati isn't in the best shape. He was the 2nd fastest rider in free practice on Friday, as well as, of course, getting that 2nd position on the grid. The Ducati that did that was a little bit quicker than this one. What's his best lap? His best lap is 1:37.3.
The 2 BMWs of Adam Norodin and Aslan Shah are together as Zakwan goes up with 4 laps to go. 136.8. Apiwat at 136.2. He's desperate to try and get close. So we've got the BMWs and the Ducati at the back of that with Passowit in between. What happened to Jerry Salem? Everyone's just got past Jerry Salem, haven't they?
Yeah, we're just saying how well he was doing, but looks like a problem for him. 36.9, 139. Yeah, last lap 139.4.
Anupab must be horrible to race against because you know that he's right up there and he's just waiting. Stalking is exactly the right word used. Haruki Noguchi was stalked yesterday.
Yeah, he's a protege of the great Desha Kreisart, multiple Supersport champion in Asia road racing. I know they're close, those two, and I know that Anupab really looks up to him. He used to carry a number 24, which is Desha's number on his helmet.
Quick split time from Zakwan, the 36.8 into sector 2. 36.9 ahead of Haruki Noguchi, but Haruki Noguchi is not being pushed off here. In fact, Zakwan has, at one stage, Zakwan looked like he may be able to get away, but they've dragged him back. And also coming not a million miles away, Apiwat Wangtanan is trying to get there. Haruki Noguchi goes on the inside and takes the lead.
Yeah, he blocked Zakwan into that in a clean move, aggressive move, and he got himself through to the front. Was that a rehearsal for the final lap?
Well, this is exactly what we saw yesterday. They exchanged places 5 times in the last 3 laps. Zakwan and Haruki, except yesterday Haruki was the man who was being stalked. Zakwan just tries to put the power on as they come down the long back straight. But Haruki Noguchi, he's got the same machine, and if the setups are similar, it's going to be difficult for Zakwan to really overpower him on the long straight.
Yeah, let's just see how quick the number 21 bike of Zakwan is compared to Haruki Noguchi. He's in his draft, so we won't get a real idea of the difference in power. But Haruki's going through there. Nicely done. He's going to have a look up the inside. No. Might as well keep his station for now with 2.5 laps left.
Anupab just sits and waits. Anupab says, you two go fighting all you want. You Malaysians, you Japanese, you go fighting. I'll just sit here and try and pick off a place or two.
Yeah, and behind them you can see, look, if you look at the body language on the bike of Apiwat, he's trying really hard to get up. Hasn't got too long to do it, but he's making progress, I believe.
He is, but he's running out of time. If it was 5 laps to go, you'd feel Apiwat might have an opportunity, but you can almost see the clenched teeth and determination. Zakwan has a look the inside. Beautiful apex. Oh, he's nearly lost that back end again. Gosh, the power, but he's able to hold on to it. Yesterday, on the last lap, he couldn't hold on to the back end.
That's right. Yeah, that was willpower that kept him in P1 then, because I thought he was going to lose a place with that wobble, but not the case.
It is disconcerting nonetheless that there is a wobble there, but he's accelerated through as we get the little inset from, that's the Honda team, that's Zakwan's team that we're looking at there, and then we move on to Noguchi's team. Little inset bottom right. Fascinated. I mean, they've done all they can. It's now up to the riders.
Yes, it is, and it looks very similar to how it did yesterday. And with just over 1.5 laps left.
Look at Apiwat. Apiwat's up there.
Apiwat's there, and the danger is for the 2 Thai riders is that they hold each other up, because Anupab will be the first one that Apiwat catches up with, which could just give these 2 a little bit of daylight. But let's stop speculating and see what happens, because it's going to happen very soon.
Haruki Noguchi leads the way. Zakwan Zaidi, 21 P2. Look at that, Anupab and Apiwat. The brothers Grimm, you can hardly separate them. Fabulous racers for Yamaha, working together. If they can get close to the front 2. We come in for the penultimate time to corner number 12. Zakwan, he takes the inside line, trying the switch back. Oh, that's a rehearsal. That's a rehearsal. You can see that. There's nearly contact with the leader, Haruki Noguchi from Zakwan Zaidi. Apiwat and Anupab, 3 and 4. Oh, Zakwan's lost it.
Zakwan got out of shape. I think he was touched from the back there by Anupab. Perhaps we'll see that again a little bit later, but look the effect that that's had.
Well, the effect on that is it's a double Yamaha chase onto the back of Haruki Noguchi, and they are close enough to try to strike, but is the power there in the Yamahas?
We're going to see now on this straight, and Anupab pulls out behind his teammate. There's nothing to choose between them, is there?
Zakwan's out of it. Zakwan's little mistake or the little catching means that despite him leading, he's out of it. Noguchi was in such a strong position yesterday, only got P3, but he's got Apiwat and Anupab right up his back wheel. 24 is Apiwat, 500 is Anupab. Half a lap to go. Inside, Yamaha take the lead. Switch back from Noguchi. Apiwat round the outside, brilliant from Noguchi.
Apiwat has met his match with this Japanese rookie, but let's see what happens now.
This is Anupab Samu now in the lead. Corner number 12, Anupab 500. Zakwan's back into the play. Anupab, Noguchi goes around the outside. Zakwan can hold on. Zakwan will lose it. The victory goes to Apiwat Wangtanan. From Zakwan, from Noguchi, from Anupab, from Pasowit, from Aslan, from Adam Noradin. Apiwat Wangtanan.
What a fantastic fight back after that earlier error. And there's their coach, Wichiwi, the great GP rider. He's delighted with that.
Oh my giddy aunt. Oh my word. Apiwat Wangtanan. He was miles behind. He was gone.
That was incredible by Apiwat, and I'm going to go down and talk to him.
Wow. Zakwan Zaidi recovered for P2 when he seemed out of it. Noguchi, corner number 12, catches him out again. So it's a double P3 for Haruki Noguchi. He's doing a wheelie. He may be happy, but it could have been a double win for Noguchi. Wow, sensational. Underbone type entertainment with the Superbikes. Here's the final corner once again. Zakwan looks on the inside. Noguchi can't hold it. He takes out Anupab Samun. Apiwat Wangtanan takes advantage, and so he goes and takes the victory. Behind them, it's a massive race between Pasabir Aslan and Adam Noradin for P5. Titapong finishes in P8. Oh, I'm voiceless and breathless. The action has been top class. You can't ask for better. Can't ask for better. What a series we have got lined up. We've got another 10 of these races to come. And I'm sure the BMWs will improve. And I'm sure the Yamahas of Kazuma and Yuki Ito will improve. But at the moment, Apiwat Wangtanan, who had a P4 yesterday, puts a P1 to his name. So Apiwat takes it by 0.174 from Zakwan. Noguchi recovered for P3 ahead of Anupab Samun, those two having a little battle as they went into corner number 12. Pasowit just edging out Aslan Shah, who just edged out Adam Noradin. Titipong, a frustrating P8 on the Ducati. Jerry Salem, consistent, but P9. Yuki Ito finished 30 seconds adrift. Kazma Daniel, he got back on his bike. I'm not sure whether he'll get a point. Race control tell us the race is under investigation. I'm not surprised because they went so far wide, Noguchi and Anupab. There could be a track limits problem, but not for the winner. Apiwat Wangtanan, he kisses the ground because he has produced the most sensational win. He made a mistake, dropped to P5 at one stage, and then launched a determined, focused fight back that ended with victory as he took Zakwan Zaidi on the final corner and will pick up maximum 25 points. Well, that Thai flag will be raised very, very proudly. We're just waiting. I'm just getting some talk in my ear about what the race result investigation is all about. Okay, and the result is that Haruki Noguchi has been demoted to P4 and Anupab Samun gets P3. So because of an incident on the last corner, Noguchi doesn't even get his second podium. He's pushed down to P4. He's provided incredible entertainment for us, but he will end up with just 13 points for his afternoon's work. What it means is that it's a brilliant afternoon's work for the Yamahas of Apiwat Wangtanam and Anupab Samun, 1 and 3 for them. Zakwan Zaidi, a brilliant, brilliant performance for him to recover from a last lap mistake to get through into P2. Wow. It was like watching Underbones on much, much bigger bikes. Zakwan Zaidi takes in the water. And I think we can head to the Parc Ferme and hopefully we can get some interviews. The race winner is still absolutely ecstatic, jumping for joy. The crowd are happy, jumping for joy. And let's go and talk to Barry Russell to get some reaction from the riders.
Okay, and we're down in Parc Ferme once again with Anupab Samun. Anupab, this is a great weekend for you for championship points. P2 yesterday, P3 today. How was that race for you? That was hard.
Yes, today game is more hard than yesterday. Yet very hard. Many rider very strong. 1, 2, 3 is very strong. But I can put in the right lap and have some problem touch with number 73 a little bit. No problem. But don't worry. But I will do my best. From yesterday, I try a lot. I try more hard. Many laps every time. First, I would like to say thank you for Yamaha Thailand Racing Team for the support, everything, and thank you all sponsor and all fan club for cheer. And now I'm very happy because we can stay in the podium, second rider. Yes.
Yeah, we can hear the excitement. Anupab, well done. That's a fantastic weekend's racing for you. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Very good weekend's work for Anupab Samun for Yamaha Thailand Racing Team. And another great day out for Zakwan Zaidi. Zakwan, overall, you've had a fantastic week. Today, just slightly blotted that perfect record for P2, but how was that race?
Actually, I quite disappointed because I tried to aim double win. But this is, the rezeki, syukur alhamdulillah. And finally, we still got the podium. That is the important. We collect the point. But maybe I have made some mistake in the last lap. In the first corner, I almost hit the front rider. But after I realized maybe impossible to podium. But I tried to catch up in the last lap. Finally, podium is good for me. Thank you for the support. Now, come back.
Congratulations, Zakwan. It's a fantastic weekend's work. We'll see you in Sepang.
Yes, thank you.
So Zakwan Zaidi, and see if we can find the winner who's been buried under people celebrating. Apiwat congratulations. What a fight back that was. You looked like you'd lost touch with the leaders, and somehow you came back. What happened?
Yeah, it start is I cannot. I follow is the front group is the front group is really fast. But yeah, I learning a lot every lap. But in the middle race, I mistake in the engine a little bit and don't can to down the first one as less lose the time. But I pushing put a lot. It's a two lap. I know it's yeah, step by step. Yeah, learning is yeah, the first the last lap I can do it.
We know what a fighter you are, Apiwat. It paid off today in Space. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Thai Yamaha. Thank you, every fan. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think he's pretty.
Highlights of a fantastic 1000cc Superbikes race number 2 at the Asia Road Racing Championships in Buriram. It would turn into a phenomenal victory and a phenomenal home victory. Zakwan Zaidi on pole, winner of race number 1 at this same venue on the Saturday. Off to a strong start and led through the opening lap or so as we take the drone view of Buriram round corner number 1. But then Zakwan found himself behind a couple of racers, Anupab Samoon and Haruki Noguchi. Noguchi, the debutant from Japan, really chasing the work of Anupab Samoon. Zakwan getting himself into P2 around about the midway point of the race and then taking the lead. And from this stage, you would have thought that Zakwan was able to go on and actually secure the victory. But Haruki Noguchi decided that he wanted to be involved in the race as well. Then there was a mistake. This is a problem. Apiwat Wongtanan, he went wide. Kazma Daniel blew an engine. He went out. And we thought that, okay, this is how it's going to finish. But we knew that Anupab Samoon would try to hold on to P3. But behind them, Apiwat was determinedly trying to force his way back into the reckoning for P3. 4 laps to go. At the very, very back of your shot, you'll see Apiwat Wongtanan. It's important because with 2 laps to go, he joined up with the others. This is where Noguchi decided to make his move. Noguchi takes the lead. Zakwan in P2. The 2 Yamahas are behind. Then Zakwan gets it wrong. A mistake from Zakwan. He loses 2 places. This is where Anupab takes the lead. Noguchi wants it back, but Anupab Samoon, number 24, is there. Then he's pushed out wide. Apiwat Wongtanan is able to recover from way, way down, and the victory goes, in the end, to Apiwat Wongtanan, ahead of Zakwan Zaidi. Anupab comes in P3, despite Haruki Noguchi going over the line ahead of him, but there was a problem for Noguchi. Anupab gets 16 points for P3. And now we are on to the victory ceremony. And the 3 racers in 3, 2, 1, Anupab, Zakwan, and the happiest man of all will be Apiwat Wongtanan, because he was so determined to come recover from that mistake that he made. Once he dropped down to P5, got to P4, determinedly followed up. Yamaha Thailand Racing Team get the team award for P1 and P3.
And now, everyone, please stand.
Okay, now the Thai national anthem in celebration. Very, very happy Thai national anthem celebrated by Apiwat Wongtanan. With 4 laps to go, I don't think he believed that he would be the man receiving the national anthem.
And you could see just how much that meant to the crowd here and how much it meant to the Yamaha Thailand team. It was crazy down there in Park FIM. Fantastic.
Tanasai, the managing director of Chang International Circuit, who've put on a great show for us here. He hands out the prizes, and he'll be happy that there's a tie in 1 and in P3, particularly this one. Apiwat Wongtanan takes the victory. You've just done the interview. What was the mood like for Apiwat? I'm assuming he's in disbelief.
He was not in disbelief, but he was so pumped up, so excited. He knows that he showed us the best of Apiwat Wongtanan on today.
And it's a pretty good Apiwat Wongtanan. It'll move him into second place in the overall standings, which we'll see in just a moment. Stefan Karapier. He's got slower and slower going up those steps, Stefan, hasn't he, as the weekend has gone on. But he's been great support by the FIM Asia president. Hands out the helmets to the top 3. Zakwan Zaidi, he'll be top of the championship standings with a P1 and a P2. He's the man to beat. But the man who beat him today is Apiwat Wongtanan.
And that really was a fantastic performance. It lifted the crowd.
The rain is just about to come. You can hear the thunder around us. That would have been fun going into the final couple of laps, a little bit of rain. That's why there's a little bit of pace to get the ceremony done. The rain is about to start down. There's the championship standing. Zakwan 45, Apiwat 38, Anupop 36, Noguchi 29. That's harsh. He deserves better for this weekend. Pasawit 22, Noradin 18, Jerry Salim 15, and Titapong. He'll get better on the Ducati. Yuki Ito 12 points, Aslan Shah and Kazma Daniel 10 each for Yamaha Racing ASEAN. TJ Alberto, get better soon, kid. Broken collarbones do not mend easily. Our next visit is the Sepang International Circuit, 27th to 29th of May. We hope Mandalika for round 3, we'll find out. Then Sportsland Sugo, Zhuhai in September, before we're back here in November at the Chang International Circuit. And just as my voice gives out, quick thanks from Barry Russell for your work today.
It's always a pleasure, Des. I can hear your voice going, but what a fantastic weekend this has been. It's great to be back.
Indeed.
Looking through the calendar as well and looking forward to the remaining rounds.
To Wayuaji Trilaksana, to Andy Mohammed Fadli, to Helmi Asman, to Zakwan Zaidi, the championship leaders. It's been fabulous to be back with you. This is the Asia Road Racing Championship. We are proud to have brought you this footage from the Chang International Circuit. We'll see you in May at Sepang.